Hi, my name's Denise, and I'd like to welcome you today to Travels in My Chair. If you're staying at home, like you should be, and you have some mobility issues, you may be not getting the exercise that you're used to or should be having. So today I'm going to show you some easy stretches. It'll take about 10 minutes out of your busy day. I'm going to show you a series of exercises to stretch your body, and from the top of your head to your feet. And these exercises are based on a bit of Tai Chi Qigong, yoga, exercises from my physiotherapist, some I picked up on the internet and the MS website. Combine them all. I just want you to know though that I am not a medical professional, and these are just for your enjoyment. If at any time you don't feel comfortable, or you have a heart condition, or you have lower back problems, you know that you should consult a medical professional, okay? But if you stick with me, 10 minutes out of your life, that's all it'll take. And the best part, the equipment you need, you don't need any equipment. Unless, like me, you have problems moving your legs, and then a yoga strap might be beneficial. So let's start. First, head goes back, eyes open, looking at the ceiling or the sky. Lower your head. Now I try to do these exercises 5 repetitions. You can, of course, do them less or do them more. It's all up to you. And if you feel dizzy or uncomfortable, lightheaded, then please stop. Now turn your head to the right, to the left, as far as you can comfortably reach with your neck. I think one of the problems we have with our neck and our shoulders is that we're doing so much work with our iPads and our phones that we're always bending forward from our neck like this. It's not healthy. So then if you can just, keep your shoulders like that. Okay, now you're just going to do your shoulders. So up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now roll them forward. And if at any time your shoulders hurt, anytime during the day, the shoulder rolls are a good way to just sort of let you get some relaxation a little bit into your shoulders. Now you've done your head, you've done your shoulders, and now you're going to do your wrists and your hands. So open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. It's particularly good for arthritis, and stretch those tendons out in your hands, and then just rotate your wrists slowly. And then if you can manage it, if your hands aren't too stiff, put the backs of your hands together and press lightly and lower your elbows so that you get a stretch in your hands and your arms and your wrists. If you're in a wheelchair, you'll find that you need to give more attention to your arms and your wrists and your hands, because they're really important for your mobility and to allow you to transfer. Now you're just going to support your arm and just hold it to the count of 5, to the count of 5. Then you're going to take your left hand and press it against your right, and resistance. Resisting with your right arm, pressing with your left. You'll feel that in your upper arms And then, like I say, hold it to the count of 5. And then interlace your hands and press. Now, this is a move from Qigong. And again, you just do it 5 times. And then after that, you're going to do a little bit of raising your heart rate a bit, okay? So just a count of 5. And then out. Now if you can do this twice, that's great. But you know, if you can't, don't do it. And if you can't get your arms above your head, just put them up to here. You know, you have to be comfortable. You don't want any injuries to yourself right now, okay? Next, you're going to do a version of the seated twist, as we do in yoga. But if you're in a wheelchair, you just hold on to the handles of or the arm of your wheelchair and twist your body as far as you can comfortably go. Sometimes as you hold the pose longer, you can twist further. It's actually good for your innards. It kind of twists them around and gets them moving. It's pretty good. Another exercise that we do in yoga is what we call the cat-cow pose. So you basically leaning forward as far as you can go with your belly pressed to your thighs, and then arching your back as far as you can. So head up, belly to your thighs, and then arch your back. This exercise will help you keep some movement in your spine, especially if you're not getting a lot of mobility happening right now. One of the problems that we have if we're seated a lot, or we're doing a lot of work on the computer, or we're in a wheelchair, is that we're slouching. So in this part, just if you can keep your back away from the back of your chair, and if you're in an ordinary chair, please, hopefully it's a sturdy chair that's going to hold you without slipping on the floor. So hold, be at the edge of your chair and try to straighten your back. Put up your head and your chin. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Hold for the count of 5, okay? Do this a few times during the day. You'll find it'll really be helpful. But again, if you have lower back problems, please don't do it, okay? Now you're just going to lower your chest towards your knees, and then arch your back and your head up. And lower your chest towards your knees. And arch your back. Again, 5 times. Like I said, these should not take you any more than 10 minutes. As time goes on, if you feel comfortable going longer or adding some moves of your own, it really doesn't matter, does it? The fact is that you are moving. Now we're going to move. We've done the seated twist. Now we're moving to the thighs. Now one of the problems with me, because I have MS, is that my legs don't have very much mobility. My physiotherapist told me that if I could push use resistance and try to push my legs against my hands. That would really help the muscles in my thighs, and also to go inside like that. Now sometimes what I'll do is do it like singly by just doing the right hand and then using the left hand and pushing. And you can't probably see much movement, but my physiotherapist assures me that that is exact moving the muscles. Then the other thing, if you're lucky enough that you have legs that move well, then you might want to think about bringing your knee up to your face, as close to as possible, or your chest maybe, and holding it for the count of 5. Now I have to support myself, but even if you have to do that at the beginning, don't be discouraged, because you will get better every time you do it. So try to do some work on your thighs if you can. Now I'm using a yoga strap for my leg exercises because I don't have the capacity to lift my legs on their own. If you can do that, then, and you don't need a yoga strap, that's great. So now we're going to do, it's like a seated forward bend with your, if you could move your legs independently and you didn't need a strap, then the trick is just to get those feet pointed up towards the ceiling or the sky. So I'm using a yoga strap to help me out, but like I say, if you can do it without, that's great, and you just hold it the count of 5 or the count of 10, whatever feels good. You'll feel it pulling all the way down your leg. It should not feel painful though, okay? And then once you've done that, you're going to lift your leg up. You can hold it to the count of 5 and then just release it a bit and then go up again. As far as it feels comfortable, but you do want it to feel a little bit of pulling in your leg muscles, because that's going to keep them from seizing up. Okay, so once you've done that for 5 times, then you're going to move your foot out. Now some people are really lucky and they can get that leg way out. I can't. You hold it for 5 and do it 5 times. And then you're going to go in and again hold it for 5 and then do it 5 times. Now one of the exercises you could also do is lift it up, put it down, and if you have the ability to rotate your ankles, to move your ankles up, down like that, that is such a good movement. My ankles are permanently swollen and have been for 20 years, and they have no movement in them. So I can't do that exercise, but that would be a great part of your regime. Now I'm moving to my left leg. Now in my case, with my MS, my left leg is my weakest leg. It's the leg that hurts the most. It's the leg that stops me from sleeping properly because I have pain that goes right from my thigh. Hi, Ashley. She always wants to get her little head in there. But one thing I find, because it hurts all the time, I find that sometimes when I'm doing these exercises on my left side, I won't be long, okay? It's a good girl. I find that I count faster so that I get over the left leg quicker. And so instead of doing, 5 breaths, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, done. So don't cheat, okay? It's for your own good. So you're lifting your foot up and you're stretching it. And then up with the leg. Too bad you couldn't talk. You could be as famous as Pluto. Okay, so just let me adjust the strap a little bit. And you're lifting up. Boy, do I feel that one pulling. And I don't have very much strength in the whole left side of my body, so I have to really put extra strength in my arms to try and support that leg as much as I can. And again, you're going to go to the left. You probably won't see that much movement on that. And then you're going to go to the right. Before I go today, I want to tell you that when I started doing these exercises, my blood pressure was elevated, and I have type 2 diabetes, and my A1C, or my glucose sugar counts, were slowly climbing, and the doctor was threatening to put me on insulin, and my blood pressure was higher than he wanted. I started doing these exercises, and within a week my blood pressure went to normal, and my A1C count lowered. Now I also have to say that when I slacked off and didn't do the exercises all the time, guess what? Everything started going up again. So my advice is, you're at home, you're not doing much, you're not getting much movement around in your body, so try to do these every day, and if you can manage twice a day, all the better. But take care of yourself, stay healthy, enjoy the wonderful spring weather, take some deep breaths, pat yourself on the back because you've done a really good job. Thanks for joining me. See you next time. Bye for now.